Start your journey today by liking, subscribing, and sharing our YouTube channel, KnowledgeWell Media, or by going to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square.site and perusing over the available content and information. Also by submitting your email at the bottom of the Square site page in the Stay in the Loop section to receive priority information, specials, and other insider details. Or by signing up for a 1-hour consultation to tailor your specific educational needs in beginning your journey. You may do so at the aforementioned Square site, once again at knowledgewell-media.square.site. Here are a few other items in demand on our Square site. The Person Defined series, a 9-part video lecture series comprehensively outlining the scheme to artfully deceive mankind into trading away his birthright, his natural liberties, and inherent rights. Pre-orders for The Yellow Bricks of Emerald, the first edition, offered presently as an ebook only. This book comprehensively uncovers the legal schemes, past, present, and future, of the elite powers and the U.S., subjecting American citizens to servitude and allegiance due to their own ignorance. The KnowledgeWell Video Lecture Series Trust Course, a comprehensive lecture series educating on the history, effects, and administration of the wealth-preserving, asset-protecting, private commercial entity known as a trust. Plus, we have our very own template and instructions to help you set up yours. And, coming soon, our apparel and product store for all things KnowledgeWell, including shirts, hats, jackets, cups, bumper stickers, and more. For all this and much, much more, as well as for any questions or comments, email to knowledgewell4u@gmail.com or go to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square.site. And now, you've been made free. What are you going to do with it? What is going on? How's everybody doing today? Thank you for being here. Make sure, first off, you let me know how the sound is for you out there in listening land, YouTubia. So glad you're here. Happy, what is today? Oh my goodness. The time is going so fast. Before you know it, there'll be a little reindeer running across our roofs, and a jolly old man, artificial person in nature, will be coming down your chimney. Do not exercise your Second Amendment rights. You might get in trouble. Anyways, I'm a little goofy today. I'm lighthearted today. Had a great opportunity to do some networking. I'll talk more about that later. Yesterday was great day. Rainy day here in the great state of Wisconsin. It's supposed to storm all the way through, I think, tomorrow, 1:30 or so. Nice thunderstorm. I love the rain. How about you? I love it. Been a bit of a drought lately, though, here in the Midwest. We haven't had rain in like 10 days, I think it was. So Welcome, welcome here now. Grass is looking a little brown. So what's going on with you in your neck of the woods? Any big news? Let's see who is the first in today in our comment section here. Give me one moment here. I got to run and get my glasses, so I'll do the opener and then I'll go run and get my glasses so I can stop doing this. I'm getting wrinkles right here. You see this? Squinting too much. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already and share the live out. We're going to have a great discussion today. We're going to do A to Z, kind of a refresher and a primer on everything that we've learned to this point. It's very important and very vital that we understand and understand what is going on in this system, how the game of Monopoly is being played, and as to whether or not you are actively and efficiently and dare I say proficiently profiting or having successes. So we're going to go over that A to Z. This is a great one to bring maybe your young nieces and nephews to, or your children, or what have you. I'll try to make it, I try to make it simple, and I try to give analogies and things. That's my teaching style. I inherited that from my mother, who's been a pastor since I've been alive, so over 47 years. So people have always appreciated her teaching style because she makes it simple, and she always gives analogies and things like that to make it easier to understand. But let's go to the comment section before I get to running my mouth too much here. BB Productions is, of course, in the building, says 777, gives us our first of the day. All right. And Terry Camp is also in the building, says greetings to the family, everyone. And Joseph is in the building. All right. Our dependable, trustworthy, trusty. He's all right. And okay, Terry Camp says 777. Thank you for that. Let's see who else is in the building. All right. So that's our what's his name? I love listening to his channel. He calls it first responders. So the first one's in the building. He'll dub the first responders. I forget his just escaped me. I got to warm up the engine. Yeah, you know how we do. We'll get going. All right. So, Heather Bell is in the building too. Says greetings and salutations to the family. Thank you for being here, Heather, as always. I'm so glad you are here. This gives us a 777. All right. And with that, I feel myself getting stronger. All right. Let's see. Joseph says, hi, Courtney. Hi, Joseph. Let's see here. Heather says the fall solstice. All right. What do you guys think about this alleged second moon that's supposed to be in our orbit for 56 days? Does anybody know about this? What is going on? I can only imagine. The Christians are probably saying this is the coming kingdom descending upon us. The kingdom of God is at hand. Repent. All right. And let's see. Joseph Hanson says regarding second, trying to get all my pea shooters out of their jurisdiction. Okay, gotcha. Your pews. All right. All Gods is in the building. Thanks for being here. All Gods says blessings to the family. All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support as always. You guys are definitely staples around here and foundational for KnowledgeWell Media. And Joseph says there are celestial objects that we cannot see due to chemtrails. All right. Popular belief lately that they are spraying the skies to obscure our view. All right. Yeah, I participate in some of the conspiracy theory. It's fun. It's a mental exercise. I like to employ what's known as rational analysis. I don't want to be sleeping, right? I want to be, here's our woke t-shirt, shameless plug. Yeah, get yourself one. Woke t-shirt. Going over to the Square site. That reminds me. Let me put up a few of those advertisements here. All right, if you'd like to donate to the cause, KnowledgeWell Media, the YouTube channel, you can do so. Scrolling across the bottom of the screen, you can see our Cash App is $ AmericanConsulate. All right, look how old my books are. Look how old they are.
we're gonna start going into those after we end this, which I think today. Oh, y'all, you know the Packers are playing today, y'all. The Packers are playing at 12 noon. So, but we do have our follow-up 2:30 Remedy Elite Com. I was thinking about playing hooky. I don't know. I got to talk to Joseph, see if he'll let me have off. All right, let me keep going. All right, so donations to $AmericanConsulate. All right, appreciate any little or big thing that you do to support the things that we do here and the information that we provide and the T-shirts that we make and all that kind of thing. You can support by picking yourself up one of those as well. Our email is KnowledgeWell, the number 4, the letter U @gmail.com. All right, so if you need consultations, you want to talk about your individual circumstances and situations for educational purposes only, hit us up at the KnowledgeWell Media. All right, email KnowledgeWell4U, the number 4, the letter U @gmail.com. And our Square site is where you can pick up things, as I stated before, like these shirts that we make with our brand on there, a KnowledgeWell brand. I got to open this window up a little bit more. I'll be working on that. I know I'm kind of squished, but I'll work on that a little bit. But you can pick up things like T-shirts, video series, such as we got 2 actually we're working on. One's in production, it's been in production for I think nearly a month. And that's talking about the mark of the beast and the Antichrist system. We disclose the esoteric and occultic meanings behind what you are dealing with on a regular basis, what the Social Security number is, what the legal name is, who gave it to you, how it is in fact the mark of the beast. And without that mark of the beast, you cannot buy, sell, or trade. All right, so we uncover that. If you are interested in obtaining that series, it's in production right now. It will be accomplished, I think, finished and completed around Halloween. How fitting! All right, so make sure you get a copy of the video series. It's I think I did, what is it, 5, 6, maybe 7 videos. All right, so they're in production now. Trying to make them nice for you so that when you watch them, it's not a laborious task to ascertain the subject matter. Okay. All right. So if you're interested in that, you can go to our Square site and get pre-order that. Maybe a deep discount for you if you pre-order it. We also have the series, a 3-part series I just did accomplished. Well, you know what? I'll talk about that. Just go to the Square site, go shopping just like you do in a regular store. See if there's anything that applies to you, that can help you, that can aid you, and feel free to purchase. It's a great way to support. We also have our Patreon, where you can go for exclusivities, such as videos that we do not put up in the public that have kind of our trademark spin on them. The information is available to the public. It's available to anybody as long as you know how to essentially mine the information and extract that which is applicable to you in your particular situation and your family. So that's the only thing that you are donating or supporting us for, is that we have done most of the laborious task for you. So we've, wiped away and scraped off the dross and all of the extras that are unnecessary. And we package it up for you and make it easily digestible. All right. So that's what you're essentially donating to, not the information. The information is available to you anytime. You just have to know how to find it. All right. Yeah. So, and last but not least, anything or the things that you hear here today, none of which are intended to be legal advice, and nor should they be construed as legal advice. If you need legal advice, please seek yourself a competent attorney, and please be advised. All right. It's for educational purposes only, not necessarily entertainment. I'm not here to entertain. Well, I like having some fun too, but for educational purposes. Okay. With that being said, let's get to it. All right, looking at the comment section again. Then I'll go to a short break, go get my spectacles so that I can see you. All right. Let's see, who else? All right. BB Protection says the first day of fall. Today is the first? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Isn't the 21st the first day of fall? No, maybe? I don't know. Congratulations, everybody that made it to the first day of fall. Joseph Henson says there are celestial objects. Okay, I think, okay, we already addressed that. Certain objects return every 138 to 44, excuse me, years, which have been documented in all ancient cultures. All right. All right. BB Production says, okay, she's putting the links to the Square site there in the comment section for your convenience. You have space on that bookshelf. Really? On the bottom, yeah, I got. Oh, you mean in here? Yeah, I suppose I could fill in there too. You see, I'm laying them down, and yeah, there's some, but all of my books are not in there either. They're like all around me right here, So yeah, but you can always have more space, right? Joseph Henson says, in his opinion, Packers is a rigged game. It's entertainment. They tell you it's for entertainment purposes. So I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. It's too much money. It's too much money to leave to leave a win or a loss to chance, right? There's a lot of gambling that's going on, even more gambling than we know about, right? So I could get with that. I can get with that. I've stated as much, but proving, it's all a game. Hollywood's a game. The movie industry, it's all a game. Really, it is. We're going to talk more about that later. All right, Terry Camp says, watch your Packers. Oh, you're going to give me time off? Is that what you're saying? I get time off? You guys want? Okay, so let me just say it like this. You guys were supposed to do some homework. Hopefully you accomplished that, right? We talked about that in our private meeting. I wonder who all did their homework. All right, I'll see how things go as far as this installment, this live. Maybe I will take off a little bit earlier, last day of the little vacation, and then back to work tomorrow, up 3 a.m. All sports rigged. Too many billions on the line. So we agree. We think a lot alike. We think a lot alike. I like it a lot. Joseph. If you skip the private, go spend time with your wife and children. Okay. All right. All right. Wanda Noel says 777. All right. Thank you for that. I feel myself getting stronger. Terry Camp says yes. All right. Seconding the notion. NFL, NBA, NHL, all for our entertainment, like the gladiators that they are. Good point. Good point. Joseph Henson says, take off and get some rest. All right. All right. Okay. All right. I will. So bossy. All right. So look, let's get through this live. We'll just go do our A through Z. Uh-oh. It's giving me a reload site notification. I don't know if I should hit that right now. As long as everybody can see me and we're tracking good, I'm not going to reset anything. All right, so we don't lose our feed. Nobody reminded me. Do we want to join? Do we want our TikTok family? No. Do we want our TikTok family to join us? Should I bring them in? Or should we just go? I forgot to bring them in. Doggone it. I guess I have to because I kind of entered. Okay. Thank you, Joseph. Says sound and video is good. All right. I guess I have to bring them in, I think, because I've been advertising. Give me one moment here to get them in.
This looks so real.
Now I feel bad. Anybody got a topic real quick? Anybody want to join me? I can put the link, and you got something you want to share with us. There's got to be something that you guys have experienced in your particular state that you're like, ooh, I would like to just talk about this real quick. If you would like that, I could put the link in the comment section. Somebody can join up while I get all these things set up. If you want to share something with the brothers and sisters in the family, you need one more TikTok live, right? I need 2. Remember, we got banned. I got restriction because I was traveling, whatever you want to. And so they erased everything. So we got to start all over. So last week would have been our first TikTok now officially because I made that mistake. I did not know, but now I can understand. That's, if you own the business of TikTok and you're going to be held accountable, for people videoing while driving and people are getting hurt and killed and all that, I can totally understand that. Okay. So I don't have a problem with that. we just starting over. So if I do it today, then we'll have one more to do live before we can have our panel on TikTok. So let me just go live here. Yeah. Okay. We're going live right now on TikTok 210. All right. And we are live both on YouTube as well as on our new TikTok channel. I'm full aware now that we have to be very careful about terminologies because we are on TikTok. And I got to hook up the mic. I got so much to do. I need assistance here. I need backup. I need help. So we got to walk circumspectly. All right, they're notifying viewers. Okay, very good. So TikTok family, come on in. Welcome to you. Thank you for joining us. Afro Aborigine is in the building. Thank you. I almost forgot about y'all, Afro Aborigine. It's 11:23. We started roughly around 11:05, I think. And so our YouTube channel is up and live. We're live there. We are also live here at TikTok now. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for returning. If you are first time, welcome. We talk about those hard-hitting, fact-based topics that in a way that you don't find anywhere else, leading to healthy economy practices and application of economical strategies to grow your bottom line, to fortify your wealth, establish your wealth, your legacy, and what have you. And so if you're interested in that, this is the place to be, unparalleled. All right. So let's see here. All God says, my eyes are open because of you. I feel power because I know the difference. Awesome. Hey, that's what we're here for. Appreciate your appreciation. Yeah, in TikTok family, if you're interested in seeing the feed over on YouTube, you'll be able to see the things that I write on the board and the things that I pull up as evidences and proofs about my assertions dealing with the economy, your rights and freedoms. But in order to see these demonstrations, you'll have to come over to our YouTube channel. That is at a KnowledgeWell Media YouTube channel. All right. Thank you for joining us. Katie's in the building. Thank you for joining us. Afro. Okay. Shelly, I got to go get my glasses here shortly. Pops is in the building. Thank you for being here. Make sure that you're tapping that. Get us up to 2,000. Let's set a goal. Let's set a goal for 2,000 likes. Appreciate it if you can help us do that on TikTok. On the KnowledgeWell Media YouTube channel, please make sure that you give us a thumbs up as you come on in here. We greatly appreciate you for being here. You will not be disappointed as we get started here in short order. All right. BB Production says knowledge is power. Yes, it is. And application of that power is even more important, right? That's what we're interested in here at KnowledgeWell Media YouTube and now the TikTok channel. All right, I met someone here, reading from the comment section. Joseph Henson says, I met someone who worked for Social Security and resigned in 2022 since they did not want to get the experimental shots, okay, or the pokes. He gave me some codes. All right, very good. I am interested in meeting with you on that, Joseph, and going over that information. So that insider information, we greatly appreciate that. TikTok, please make sure that you are hitting that screen. We are now up to 717 as far as hearts. Thank you very much. We are trying to meet our goal of 2,000. We will accomplish our goal of 2,000. All right. He mentioned bringing, he mentioned bringing, or people bringing their Bibles to prove their birth and marriage. Interesting. All right. Joseph Henson says, I am in contact with them and will be sharing the information I get. Appreciate that. All right. We got a man on the inside. Thank you for that information, Joseph. They said there are gray areas in the Social Security database that are not available to the public. Okay, very believable. Those gray areas are exceptions to published rules. All right. We'll share to the family when I get more information. Appreciate that, Joseph. All right. Again, we have a man on the inside, so we'll be bringing that information once we vet it and all that kind of stuff. We'll bring that information to help you. All right. TikTok. Thank you for being here. 967. We are nearly halfway to our 2,000 heart goal over on our TikTok channel. Thank you for that. All right. Today's topic. BB Productions, you sent me the link. What mic do you have enabled? One moment, y'all. Oh, I hope I didn't lose my TikTok now. Was this from today? 11:07. All right. So is the sound good or is it not good? I'm not sure here. On TikTok, well, hold on, y'all. All right. All right. Come on in. Come on in. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Continue to like that. Hit the screen over there on TikTok. Just checking on the sound real quick. All right. I need to get my glasses. Let's take off a little bit here. We're gonna start at the beginning. And again, on TikTok, if you cannot see the screen, you will want to go over to our YouTube channel, the KnowledgeWell Media YouTube channel, in order to take advantage of the things that we pull up as evidences and proofs that we're going to be sharing with you today. All right, so I guess the consideration, okay, okay, BB Production is saying the sound is good, because I got a telegram saying that it sounds like the wrong mic is on or something. So I'm not clear as to what's going on. But the consideration is citizenship. Okay, we're going to be going to the whiteboard shortly. That is the consideration. Let's do this. Let me lay a foundation here. We're going to look at William Blackstone's commentaries on the laws of England. Okay. Chapter the 18th, speaking on corporations. Let me share my screen here. Again, TikTok, if you would like to see what we are sharing, you'll have to go over to our YouTube channel, KnowledgeWell Media YouTube channel. KnowledgeWell is one word, media, okay, on YouTube. Let me share screen here. I'll squint for a little bit because I don't have my glasses, so you'll just have to bear with me here. Or tiger with me or whatever. Let's see, share a tab. Sound is okay now, just sounded different at the beginning. Oh, weird. All right. Okay. To share audio, share a tab. Or screen instead, okay. Well, I don't need audio. All right, here we go. Sharing the screen right now. All right, so we're at Blackstone's commentaries on the laws of England. Okay, so this is the book, the first, the chapter, the 18th of corporations. This is coming straight out of England. All right, coming straight out of England. And basically, William Blackstone is the author of these commentaries, and he is talking about the rights of persons and the rights of corporations. This is the most significant understanding of what the founding fathers actually sought to accomplish in the creation of the United States and its Constitution. If you don't understand this very basic and fundamental consideration, all else is lost. And this is why it may not make sense to you as to why the officers of state function in the way that they do, and as pertains to your rights, your liberties. This is why it may seem to you that you are losing your fundamental basic human rights. You got to understand the fundamentals, how the founding fathers set this thing up, why they set it up, where they even got the idea of the United States in this grand experiment. And this is where it came from, the commentaries on the laws of England. And in fact, if you Google through like Wikipedia or something and look up the commentaries of the laws of England or William Blackstone, the author of them, it's going to tell you that the founding fathers, in addition to people like Abraham Lincoln, used these commentaries in order to write the Constitution. This was very influential to the foundation and establishment of the United States and its Constitution. So why not go back there Okay? Why not go back there to properly understand the system in which you are a part of, or which you are part of? Okay? So just a little reading, okay? Look at what it says right here. Again, TikTok, if you want to see this, you're going to have to go over to our YouTube channel. It is KnowledgeWell. That's one word, KnowledgeWell Media, okay, channel, YouTube channel. So, reading. We have hitherto considered, okay, persons in their natural capacities, okay? Natural capacity, your natural abilities. What did the source say about you? The source from which you came up from. What did, AKA God, say about you? Okay? Men are considering what God said about you. And these men said, and have treated of their rights and duties. They've considered the rights and duties of natural men under natural law. But, reading on, as all personal rights die with the, excuse me, what's the term I got to use on TikTok? As all personal rights unalive with the person, and as the necessary forms of investing a series of individuals, one after another, with the same identical rights, would be very inconvenient, if not impracticable. What does that all mean? Very wordy. I'll break it down for you. I'm your Huckleberry. No worries. What they're saying is, we notice that when people are unalived, when they cease to exist, when they transition, that the rights that they had, and under the consideration of natural law, this is, okay, there's another law we're going to discuss, but under natural law, God's law, it's called. We notice that when a human is unalived or ceased to exist or transitioned, that the rights that they had during their lifetime also cease to exist. That's all he said in all those words. He could have said it right. I'll talk to him later. Listen, and it's darn near impracticable or inconvenient, right, to keep track of those rights because people keep unaliving. Okay? Drop the link for YouTube and TikTok feed. Dropped? Okay, very good. Thank you. All right. So what did they say in response to these considerations that they're thinking about? Man are considering these natural law considerations, right? And so they said, this is what we've done. So it has been found necessary then, because of this situation, the aforementioned situation, when it is for the advantage of the public is the world, y'all. The scriptures refers to the public as the world. Love not the world, nor the things of the world, one of the scriptures says. Come out from among them and be ye separate. Okay, talking about separating, these chosen people separating from the world or the public. Okay, we'll talk more about that in a moment. So when it comes to the advantage of the public, we found it necessary to what? Or in considering having any particular rights kept on foot and continued, they said, we found it necessary to constitute artificial persons who may maintain. What's the purpose of these artificial persons that they came up with? To maintain a perpetual succession, meaning you can hand this down perpetually to your next of kin, building a legacy, one on top of the other. This is what they said is the first reason. And a second reason, to enjoy a kind of legal immortality. Notice they put the qualifying adjective. What type of immortality are they considering? A legal immortality. This is what artificial persons afford you. Later on, you'll see that the state that you live in qualifies as one of these artificial persons. So what were artificial persons created for again? To give you the ability or the capacity to have perpetual succession, to be able to hand down things through legacy building and wealth preservation, in trust. That's why they say on the dollar bill, in God we trust. Takes on a whole new meaning, doesn't it? In God we trust. Trust is our God. So listen, they created these artificial persons because they said humans just don't cut it. Because when humans cease to exist in transition or unalive, their rights die with them. So we need remedy. Give us remedy, is what they said. They, being these founders, William Blackstone, who is accredited once again with writing the commentaries that we are reading from right now, by which or through which the United States was influenced in order to write the Constitution that you now are under as a citizen of the United States. All right. So they said, let us make artificial persons. Does that sound strikingly similar to Scripture? Let me show you. Let me parallel it for you if you aren't able to do it yourself. Watch this. Let us, remember, I think it's Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. What does it say? I'll show you. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. Look what it says. This will take on a whole new meaning for you. All right? This will take on a whole new meaning for you now. We uncover those esoteric topics, those occultic and hidden things. All right? Because we have ears to hear and eyes to see here at KnowledgeWell Media. All right. What does Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 say? If you cannot see this on TikTok, you'll need to go over to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you're hitting the screen. We are now up to 4.1K. So we have met our first goal of 2,000. Help us get to 10,000 likes. Rapidly hit that screen for us on TikTok. We greatly appreciate you. And feel free to join us over at our KnowledgeWell Media YouTube channel. Look in the comment section. I believe the link was sent there. All right, let's read on. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. Look what it says. I want to go to the King James. I don't like watered down interpretations. Okay, so it says right here. And God said, who said? Who said? The source. That's what God means. It's from the Germanic term G-O-D-T, got. It's the source from which all things come up. It's just generically the source, y'all. Whatever that may be, whatever that source may be, is God by definition. It merely means the thing from which the thing or entity from which all things come up. That's all it means. It's a generic term. There are millions of quote unquote gods. Millions. Every freaking culture has a god or multiple gods. So God is merely just a term used to describe a source or the source from which a particular thing comes. Okay? If you mix up whatever plaster or Play-Doh or clay and you make it, and you manipulate it and eventually turn it into a form of some sort, some kind of form, some kind of creation, some kind of vase or what have you, pottery, then you are the source from which that pottery came from. So by definition, that makes you God. That's all it's suggesting, y'all. So it says, and God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness. What are we saying? What's going on here, y'all? The source from where this particular consideration is going to come forth or come up from is idealizing, imagining, and is ready to produce something like an artist. Look, let us make man in our image. Now, this is obviously more than one individual in consideration because of the term us. So who is the consideration? Whoever this is going to become the source from whatever comes up from. And what are they looking to create? this group of individuals, because it's us, they are looking to make man. But they want not only to make man, but they want to make man in their own image. It's going to look like them. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? It's not going to be them, but it's going to look a lot like them, having a similar or the same image, a duplication. In the Matrix, they said that there's a glitch when they saw the cat and then a duplication of the cat. It was a glitch in the Matrix. You picking up what I'm putting down? So they are essentially going to cause a glitch in the Matrix by creating a duplicate of themselves, is what's going on. Okay? And so if the duplication is considered a man, then the God of the duplication must also himself be a man. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? And so it is mankind that is looking to duplicate his or her self, is the proper consideration. All right, let's go forward. And not only after their image, but it's going to act like us in our likeness. Are you picking up the most significant drop? Booyah, right there. I think some of y'all know where we're going. And so look again now, in light of what I just shared with you, look at this now. Look at this. What did William Blackstone say they did? And what reason did they say that they did it? Watch this. Because humans themselves, it says, are fallible. When they cease to exist or transition, when they become unalived, as it were, they become inadequate. Their rights are unalived with them and cease to exist with them, and they did not like that. These founding fathers, these elite, these aristocratic families did not like the fact that when one of them ceased to exist or were unalived, that they lost all of their estates, they lost all of their rights. And so this is truly a story and a history of men wanting to establish their legacy so that they can hand down wealth through the generations, so that nobody could just arbitrarily and capriciously come and take their estates, all the things that they have worked 60 years for, onto retirement. And then when they transition, they lose everything. So they said, enough is enough. We will create something after our own image and after our own likeness, as it said in Genesis, once again, 1 verse 26. The natural order, the natural law said that when we cease to exist, we lose and forfeit everything we earned. Our legacy, our wealth, our assets are gone. That's what the natural order says. So we want to create a new order or new world order. We shall defy natural law, is what they did. All right. And so what they said that they would create are known as artificial persons, because they cannot call them natural persons, because artificial suggests that which is made by man. That's what it is. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Stay right where you are. It gets better. Stay right there. We'll take a quick commercial break and come right back. Peace.
Start your journey today by liking, subscribing, and sharing our YouTube channel, KnowledgeWell Media, or by going to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square.site and perusing over the available content and information. Also by submitting your email at the bottom of the Square site page in the Stay in the Loop section to receive priority information, specials, and other insider details. Or by signing up for a 1-hour consultation to tailor your specific educational needs in beginning your journey. You may do so at the aforementioned Square site, once again at knowledgewell-media.square.site.
All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's get on. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. We are back. We are back. All right. Okay, and so are you seeing the parallel there? Are you seeing the parallel? Are you seeing how Genesis chapter 1:26 is really esoterically and occultically talking about the human condition, right? And the finite realization, or the realization of the finite, of our finite existence. And how, you know, as the New Testament states that ye are gods, ye, right? This is what Yeshua is quoted as saying, ye are gods, ye are the source from which all things come up. That's what the definition is. And so man sets out, and it's even true today, right, to fight against the natural way, the natural order. This is what we do. It's textbook. This is what we do. We fight against the natural order because the natural order sets limitations on us, and we don't particularly like those. We want to live forever, right? And so we pursue after eternal life or the fountain of youth or whatever, because we want to live forever. That's what we want to do. All right, TikTok, keep hitting that screen for me. Send those hearts. We're at 6.2. Our goal is 10K. Can you help us get there? Please. I'll tap it a few times myself. Thank you very much for joining. Dean B, welcome. If you want to see the demonstration that we're pulling up for evidences and proofs, please go over to our YouTube channel, which is KnowledgeWell, which is one word, KnowledgeWell, and then media. KnowledgeWell Media on YouTube, and then you can see what we're pulling up as evidences. So man is always attempting to beat the natural order and establish their own new world order. And this is what we're covering here. All right. So to understand this means that you become legally competent. You will not be distracted or dissuaded, you know, because you can't easily be tricked. The scripture also talks about the great deception, which we are currently going to the replacement of humans, transhumanism at its best. This is the grand deception, the great deception that the Bible speaks of. We are proving that. You can actually pick up the video series that is in production right now. You can get pre-orders where we cover that. We provide the evidence of the mark of the beast and what is known as the Antichrist. All right, it's been here. The mark of the beast you've been wearing for quite a while, quite a while. And so we provide you with the evidence of that. All right. If you need information on how to obtain that video series, go to KnowledgeWell, the number 4, the letter U at gmail.com. And then you could place your pre-order. All right. All right. With that being said, let's continue on with our lesson. We are looking at the commentaries of the laws of England. The author, William Blackstone, has expressed the reason or the problem that they were faced with, they being mankind, at this particular point in time from England, 1765-ish. All right. And, you know, their problem was they could not keep their legacy. They you know, their wealth would cease to exist when they cease to exist. And so they said, we need to create something that cannot die. Something that can experience immortality. Something that can't be unalive, excuse me. I got to remember to use the politically correct terminology so we don't lose our TikTok family. Please continue to hit that screen. We're stuck at 6.3. So please continue to hit the the hearts on the TikTok channel. We greatly appreciate that. Come on in. Miss Padilla? Camille's in the building. Thank you for being here. Amy Marie, thank you for being here. Please hit the screen. Get us up to that 10,000 likes. That's our next goal. Greatly appreciate that. All right. Give us those hearts. Divine Angel, thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate it. We are live every Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time right here at our TikTok channel. And we're also live at KnowledgeWell Media YouTube channel. All right, KnowledgeWell Media. All right, so going on with our lesson for today. So, because of the limitations of humanity, William Blackstone writes that they created what are called artificial persons. They said, again, Genesis chapter 1:26 says, let us make man in our image. So, in other words, a man is going to create other men. Can I get an amen? Hallelujah. That's what is going on. That's what Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 is saying. Let us make man in our image. So the image that they're going to use as a kind of mold for this creation has to be a man. Let us make man in our image. So it's a man making another man. I mean, that's not hard to derive at. Listen, and not only let us make man that is after our image, but also let us make man that is after our likeness. It's like us. It does things after the order of which we do things. It's like us. And so you can see this parallel that at this time in 1765, as William Blackstone is writing, they were looking to create artificial persons. These artificial persons are after the image of a man, after the likeness of a man. They kind of act just like you. They carry the same rights as you. They have 14th Amendment rights just like you do. They can be sued in this legal order. They can also sue in their own legal name. Huh? Oh, yeah. Let us make man. This is what we did. This is what they did. Excuse me. They did this. They created man after their own image and after their own likeness. That's what's going on here, y'all. That's what you need to know. And they did it for these two purposes, at least to this point. They said, for perpetual succession. Darn what natural law says that humans will be unalived at a certain age and they will cease to exist and be no more for eternity. Darn that. We're going to make our own men, a type of man. And it will have perpetual succession. I will be able to now hand down this to my children, and they will be able to hand it down to their children, and subsequently on and on and on for hundreds of years because of these artificial persons that we've created. Listen, and secondly, to enjoy a kind of legal immortality, a type of legal immortality, not natural. You must separate that which is natural from that which is artificial. And be careful not to rely on the understanding of fictional or of a thing fictional. It is not the same thing as a thing artificial. You see? See, I could sit here with a lump of clay and, and create an image of myself. Is that fictional? Or is it artificial? There's a difference. Do your homework. Reading on. It says, these artificial persons, we're reading from the Commentaries of the Laws of England from 1765. This is the key to it all. This is the key to the whole understanding, y'all. You get this, you got it. These artificial persons are called what? Bodies politic. What's a body politics? Body politic. I'm glad you asked. I'm gonna take a look for you. I'm gonna let the fingers do the talking. A body politic. If you want to see this on TikTok, you got to go over to our YouTube channel, KnowledgeWell Media YouTube channel. So, what is a body politic? One moment. I'm gonna pull it up here on the screen. I like to prove what I state, not conjecture. All right. It says, oh, can y'all see this? What is going on here? One moment. Try to get y'all to see this. One moment. Let's do this. All right, you should be able to see it now. What is a body politic? What is a body politic? Please continue to hit that screen. Get us up to our 10,000 goal, 10,000 hearts, please, on the TikTok channel. Help us out with that. Continue to hit that screen rapidly and as often as you can. All right, make sure that you're sharing the lives out, please. This is a very significant topic. It's the key to freedoms, liberties, rights, all right, and your enjoyment thereof. The legal definition of body politic is a group of people who are politically organized under a single government. Listen, this is a type of metaphorical body, one of the definitions says, y'all. It's an artificial person, a metaphoric body, not a natural body. And it's called a body politic because it is a group of people. Didn't Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 said, let us suggest more than one. It is a group of individuals, a body politic, an artificial person in nature or by nature. This is what's going on here, y'all. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. A body politic. It can also refer to a people considered as a collective unit. Listen. Wait, let me see. The term body politic is used in modern legal contexts to describe a type of legal person. Again, this is that artificial person. Yes, you're a person, you're a natural person, or a human, I should say, right? But there are different types of persons. There are legal persons, commercial persons, artificial persons. These are all artificial persons. The term body politic is used in modern legal context to describe a type of legal person, such as the state itself. Let us make man in our image. They are saying, let us make a person in our image after our likeness. It'll have similar rights that men do, that we enjoy, and that are protected under the Constitution is what the consideration is. So a state is an example of this legal person or artificial person. It says, for example, in the United States, a municipal corporation is considered a body politic as well. Are you picking up what we're putting down? Let's get back. So back to the commentaries on the laws of England. All right, don't forget to hit that screen. Get us up to 10K hearts on TikTok channel. Thank you for that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Yes, a body politic is also a political community. It's a particular type of community. All of these adjectives are very important. All right, where is everybody at today? Where's all of our supporters at over on KnowledgeWell Media? Where are y'all at? All right, so anyways, reading on. Let's get back to it. Reading on. So these are artificial persons. Thank you, brother. I can see you. These are artificial persons are called bodies politic. These are states, municipal corporations, bodies politic, right? These are bodies corporate, all right? Or corporation. A corporation is also an artificial person. Remember, let us make man. Let these members, this group, this community of people, let us make man in our image. Let us make something that looks like us and that acts like us is the proper context and consideration, everybody. This is what is happening. This is the esoteric and occultic meaning. If you take it literal, you will literally be taken. The great deception will swallow you up whole because you're not looking deeper than the page, than the surface value, right? You got to look deeper to uncover and decode. All right. So look what it says. There's a great variety of these bodies politic subsisting for the advancement of religion. There's your churches. That itself is an artificial person created for perpetual succession and creating a type of legal immortality. That's why a church can be in existence from the 1600s and still be here today under the same doggone name, because it has perpetual succession. It could be handed down in a line of succession. It does not cease to exist. It does not transition like a human being. It has a type of legal immortality. There's corporations or bodies politics of learning, your universities, colleges. There's also artificial persons of commerce, commercial persons, as I stated before. Okay? In order to preserve entire and forever those rights and immunities. That's why. Which if they were graded only to those individuals of which the body corporate is composed, would upon their unaliving be utterly lost and extinct. Meaning, if this was a consideration of the individual human beings that make up the community individually, then if it just relied upon that, then when those individuals are unalived and cease to exist, it says those rights would also cease to exist, is what it's saying. So we're doing away with that. No, ixnay on the natural order and the limitations, the finite consideration of a human being and in their existence. We can't let that be what terminates us all. So let us come together. Let us make man in our image and in our likeness as a God, as the source from where all of these artificial persons will come up from, as God. Man playing God. That's all it is. To show the advantage of these incorporations, look, let us consider the case of a college in either of our universities, founded, okay, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, for the encouragement and support of religion and learning. Listen to this. Listen to this consideration. This is the justification for why they are doing this, okay? It says, this is why we did this. If this was a mere voluntary assembly, this community, this body politics, right? These artificial persons, this association, community of, okay, this state. If this was merely voluntary, the individuals which compose the state, I'll just use that one type of artificial person for simplicity purposes. The individuals that are in that state might indeed read. They might indeed pray. They might indeed study and perform scholastic exercises together. They might do that. If we just left it up to humanity, maybe they would come together, is what they're saying. Maybe they would work together. We have no guarantee of that, but maybe they would. But listen, they would only do that, here it is, so long as they could agree to do so. Meaning, if I don't like you, I might like you today. And I can say, let's get together, let's have a meeting, and let's talk about the future of our community, right? But we would only do that as long as we liked each other. If we ever fell out, if you ever stepped on my blue suede shoes or on my grass, my nicely manicured grass, if you ever did that, I might not want to ever meet with you again. I might cut you completely off. It's just me, myself, and I now. This is the consideration here in this reading. Maybe humans would work together without the need for the artificial person or body politics or community or state. Maybe. But it would only happen if they could agree. So then the question is, do we want to leave it up to that chance that humans will always agree in order to continue in a community setting, a village, as it were, a state? Do we want to just leave it up to that? Or, let's read on, they might do it, but listen, they could neither frame nor receive any laws or rules of their conduct. Their behavior could not be regulated. If we do not create states, artificial persons, community, we couldn't frame any laws or rules to govern their conduct, to govern their behavior. So we need to create artificial persons, not only for perpetual succession, not only for a type of legal immortality, not only to keep rights on foot so that when a human passes on, that their rights don't also pass on with them. Not only for that purposes, but we need to be able to frame laws and rules that will properly govern their conduct. So this, listen, hear me. So this is what they found necessary to do. And what did they bring about? Let us make a man in our image and in our likeness. Why? So that we could have eternal life through them. We could have perpetual succession through them and in them. In other words, let us create an avatar that cannot cease to exist. The movie Avatar, the human gets in the bed and falls to sleep, and is not woke because he or she fell asleep, is in the chamber, but through that sleep, they're able to go into the artificial realm and control these mega beasts, these blue avatar beasts. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? This is the major consideration, y'all. This is what needs to be thought of the next time you are out in the public, wearing your public mask, your legal personality. This is what it's all about. This is the why. You want to know why? It's because without the artificial person, how are they going to control you? The state itself, it says, is an artificial person. They got to create other artificial persons. You must take on a legal personality, an artificial mask that covers over your humanity to give you recognition under an artificial system. That is the consideration. So, don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. Good song. Don't take it personal. Don't get upset. Why are you all out of your skin? Why are you all out of your skin? Out of your human skin? For what reason? There's no reason to be out of your skin. This ain't even got nothing to do with your human skin. This has to do with the artificial person that you are acting in accordance with. You are wearing a legal persona, a legal mask. They call it a legal name because it is not your given name. It is not the name you were given by your mother or father. It is a legal name. It is itself an artificial construct. You're supposed to use this the same way you use the Monopoly game. When you sit down there, the four of you sit down there, you ain't taking that game personal. Well, I mean, if you don't like to lose and you're a bad sport, I get it. But for the most part, you should understand that if you happen to land on luxury tax and you got to pay $75, it ain't even real dollars. It's fictitious, artificial fiat currency. Why? It's not attached to your BMO or your Chase bank account. Why are you taking that personal? You just have to know how to play the game. You have to be legally competent enough to realize that this is an artificial consideration. Don't take it personal. I should have named the show that. Don't take it personal. You can win. They used to say back in the 80s, the game called life. You can, that was the slogan or whatever. You can win at the game called life. You just have to know the rules to the game. And when you do that, then your big brother and big sister will no longer be able to beat you up like that when you learn the tricks of the trade and the rules to the game. So don't take it personal. Learn the rules to the game. And that's what we do here. That's what we specialize in here at KnowledgeWell Media YouTube channel. In educating you on the proper application. There is no mysticism behind this game. There's only esoteric, occultic information. And if I can find it, you could have found it. But since I beat you to the punch, all you got to do is come here every Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I'll give it to you. Huh? All you got to do is support me. Keep me going. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? Is that as good as this coconut water, y'all? 777 in the comments section. If that's building you up, if that's helping you. All right, we ain't gonna be on much longer. I'm getting a break today. The KnowledgeWellian said I could take a break today. So I think I'm gonna take them up on that. But they have homework, right? You're supposed to be working on those LLCs and everything. Listen, y'all, my TikTok family included. We have remedy here. There's no magic here. We're not rewriting the rules of the United States system, y'all. Everything we do is legally backed because we have a legally protectable interest here. If you are a citizen here, you now have a game piece, just like in Monopoly. Plop that baby on the board, start reading the rules to the game, and learn how to win at this game called life. Stop being led astray by everyone that can stimulate you emotionally and sell you a bill of goods and take your money, and you end up with nothing. Or we can study to show ourselves approved. We can become educated about that. You can sit under the teaching of KnowledgeWell Media and become educated. You can do it that way. How about that? Okay, let's keep reading a little bit more, and then we're going to get out of here. So they, who? The top, the elite. Yeah, on a dollar, you see that triangle on the top of the pyramid that's separated from the bottom? Why do you think that is? Huh? Because there are they that know. Who do you think's on the bottom? They that do not know. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. My people, let me interpret that. My people are destroyed for what they do not know. Listen, so these elite, these aristocratic families, they are telling you here in the commentaries on the laws of England. If you cannot see it on the TikTok channel, you need to go over to the YouTube channel, which is KnowledgeWell Media YouTube channel. And you can see what I'm pulling up on the screen. All right, we're here every Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Listen, they are telling you in the movies, they disclose everything. If you sit there and you're just in a vegetative state, you're not woke, and you're in a vegetative state, you're asleep in that chair and you're just being entertained. Oh my God, this is such a good movie. And then you're slapping butter and artificial stuff into your system, so it's not helping you to vibrate on a high frequency. So you're not engaging, you're just mindless like a zombie. Or alternatively, you can sit there in that chair and you can be in school. When I go there, ask anybody that goes to the movie with me. I am breaking the movie down. I'm projecting. I am profiling. I have the movie figured out halfway through. If you don't like it, don't go to the movies with me. But I'm there for an education because I know that in accordance with the rules to this game, they must disclose. Oops. They must disclose. They have no choice. That is the way that the system functions. That is the remedy. They always afford you remedy. You just have to have eyes to see and ears to hear, which again is from the scriptures. Many are called, but few are chosen. That's from the scriptures. Takes on a whole new light, don't it? Scripture takes on a whole new light when you can see it, like Neo in the Matrix. You see, before he had figured it out, before he became woke, he could not see beyond the superficial. But oh, when he awoke, when he was woke, he looked past the superficial and saw the very DNA of the system. He saw it by the numbers. Okay, that's how I see today. I see by the numbers. You can't get me with superficial things. You can't get me with politics, which is superficial in nature. It's a show. Did I say that out loud? All right, we better keep reading. Could neither frame nor receive. They cannot govern you unless what? You have artificial persons and are under and agree to be under another artificial person. Let us, the elite are saying, let us, the upper echelon, the Elohim, plural for God, the gods are saying, let us make man in our image, something after our kind and likeness, so that we can have perpetual succession and a type of legal immortality. This is the proper consideration. That's why there are statutes, codes, ordinances, municipal laws, federal laws, the Constitution itself. Because this is all within the realm known as the jural sphere. What is the jural sphere? Let's look at it. Legal definition of legal definition of jural. So we're looking at a particular type of sphere. So we said jural sphere. So let's take a look at what jural means and see if I know what I'm talking about. Let's go to a reputable site like Black's Law Dictionary. I believe this will be, second edition. And we're looking at the term jural. And what does the term jural suggest? Pertaining to natural or positive right, okay? Or to the doctrines, the teachings of rights and obligations. Sound familiar? Where do you get rights and where do you take on obligations? That is citizenship. Look at the legal definition of citizenship, through which you obtain civil and political rights and legal capacities. Not only that, but as a citizen, you take on obligations and duties. Citizenship of what? Citizenship of the state or in the state, okay? And remember, the state itself is a body's politic, and a body's politic is an artificial person. Uh-oh, I got to verify. Oh, boy, hold on. I got to verify TikTok or they're going to put me out. Get on there. Get on there. Okay, verification complete. Okay, we're back. It's not all entertainment. That's right. Afro-Aborigine. Thank you for that. James B. Crawford. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Listen, y'all. Jural. It is the doctrine, the teachings of rights and obligations And those types of relations are jural relations. That's citizenship. That's a jural relations. Again, having to do with the teachings of rights and obligations. Under citizenship, that's where you get civil, political rights. These are rights that men give you. Let us, Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, make man in our image and likeness. We want them to look like us and act like us. In other words, we made something that would give us perpetual succession and legal immortality, not natural, legal immortality. Going on. Of or pertaining to jurisprudence, you could see the prefix jur, as in jural, in jurisprudence. You can see the prefix here as well, juristic, jural, okay? Of or pertaining to jurisprudence, juristic, juridical. Recognized or, this is jural, the definition, recognized or sanctioned by positive law. That's not asserting natural law, positive law. What is positive law? Enactments of a duly authorized legislature, aka statutes. That's positive law. So jural is recognized or sanctioned, punished by positive law. Whatever jural is, it says again, pertaining to jurisprudence, juristic, or juridical. So jural, juristic, juridical considerations, entities, people, or persons, excuse me, are sanctioned by positive law. Watch this. What is a jural person then? Because that, whatever that person is, that jural person, that juristic to juridical person, whatever that is, it is specifically, as it said, recognized by positive law. Not only that, but sanctioned and punished by positive law. So we need to know, what is a jural person? What is a juristic person? What is a juridical person? Let's take a look. Stay tuned. Watch this. What is I'm typing this in. If you are on TikTok and you want to see what's going on here, you have to go over to our KnowledgeWell Media YouTube channel. KnowledgeWell is one word, media, and then the YouTube channel. All right, what is a juristic person? Because that's a type of person that is, once again, recognized or sanctioned under positive law. We're going to go to positive law, and then we're going to get out of here so that you know what's going on. This is the consideration. When the commentaries of the laws of England, when William Blackstone is saying they created artificial persons to provide perpetual existence, so that when the human ceased to exist, that his rights did not. His estate did not. His estate outlives him, so that there is things to hand down to your successors. Watch this. So what is a juristic person? Because this type of person is sanctioned and recognized under positive law, which are statutes. So listen, we need to know what that type of person is. What is a juristic person? Look it. I'm from the Midwest, y'all. Bear with me. Listen, what is a juristic person? Looking at the screen. What does it say, y'all? The term person and any other word or term used to designate the applicant or other entitled to a benefit or privilege or rendered liable under the provisions of this chapter includes, a juristic person as well as a natural person. What? Sorry about that if I blasted you out. What did they just say? They made the distinction between a natural person and a juristic person. Did you even know that there was a difference? Did you even know that there was a difference between these two types of person? Remember now, back here under the definition of jural, it says that jural is juristic, or pertaining to, juristic and or juridical. So It also says that juror means or is something recognized or sanctioned by positive law. I want you to remember a distinction here. They are talking about positive law. This is where the juristic, juridical, jurisprudence all takes recognition under the law, under positive law. I'm going to show you another law. Oh, this is going to get good before we get off here. Oh, yeah, this is going to get good. Listen, there's two types of laws. And under positive law, statutes, enactments of a duly authorized legislature, these type of persons are sanctioned and recognized. What type of person? A juror or juristic person. You see it right here? So we need to know what type of person is this. Here it is. It says that there's a difference between a juristic person and a natural person, y'all. Uh-oh. So, pop quiz. Which of these two are not, or which of these are not like the other? Which one of these types of person is sanctioned or recognized under positive law? Yeah, this one, a juristic person. So now let's find out what a juristic person is. If this is good to you, give me a 777 in the comment section. Also, on my TikTok side, please continue to hit that screen. We're trying to meet our goal of, we are going to accomplish our goal of 10,000 K. And also, if you need more information or would like a personal consultation discussing these topics, okay, we provide an education here, okay? Yes, we provide an education, fact-based, hard-hitting, and in your face. We are live Sundays here at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, all right? And we appreciate you for your support. If you want to support us financially, we have a CashApp, which is $AmericanConsulate. All right, $AmericanConsulate. Appreciate you for being here. Let's continue. So what is a juristic person? I feel like I'm doing Donald Trump right here. I'm very animated right now. I love this stuff. Listen, a juristic person is a type of person recognized or sanctioned under positive law. Let's do this. Let's look up what positive law is real quick so I can drive this home, hit it real hard, and we'll go. Watch this. Oh, this is gonna get really good. What in the heck? Positive law. Watch this. Here it is. We're gonna go to Office of the Law Revision Council, United States Code. Now watch what they have to say in making the distinction. Watch this. Look right here in the middle. Where are we at? Is this a reputable site? You can see the URL right there on top, uscode.house.gov. And then look right here, U.S. House of Representatives, Office of the Law Revision Council, United States Code. Now watch this. What do they have to say about positive law? It says, in general, the term man-made positive law does what? Connotes or suggests or infers what? Statutes. I.e., or that is to say, what kind of law? Law that has been enacted by a duly authorized legislature. Picking up what I'm putting down. Let's go. So as used in this sense, that it is law that has been created by an authorized legislature and that it merely connotes statutes, as used in this sense, positive law, listen, is distinguishable or able to be distinguished from what? Natural law. It's not one and the same. It's not one and the same with natural law. God's law. Don't get it twisted. Be ye not deceived. God is not mocked. Whatsoever ye sow, ye shall also reap. If you sow to the flesh, then you will reap what? The things of the flesh. You will be limited. When you cease to exist and transition, so will your rights. Corruption. You could be corrupted. You can rot, decay as a human. Watch this. But the thing that is artificial has perpetual existence. It cannot cease to exist or become unalive. This is the consideration of why they created the artificial person. And subsequently, you see here that that which is under positive law is distinct or distinguishable from that which is under natural law. And can you guess where humans belong? Is it positive law or natural law? God's law or man's law? Artificial or natural, baby? You choose. You can't have them both. Choose ye this day whom ye will serve. I got it for you all day. Listen, the term natural law, listen, especially as used generally in legal philosophy, refers to, look at, a set of universal principles that are universal, that all turn together. What applies to a black man applies to a white man. And what applies to a Hispanic applies to, I don't know, you pick, an Italian. Okay? It's universal. This is natural law, baby. Listen. And rules that, what do these rules and what do these laws do? Properly govern moral human conduct. That's what natural law does. And it says that natural law is distinguishable or different, as it were, from positive law. So if humans are properly governed in their conduct, is properly governed under natural law, then that means that positive law must govern over something that is not a human. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Now that you see it for yourself, lastly, unlike a statute, it says, which is positive law, because we just saw that up here, right? Right? Positive law is merely enactments of a duly authorized legislature, meaning a statute. So look what it says now. Unlike a statute or positive law, natural law is not created by human beings. Where did we read this from? I think it says the Office of the Law Revision Council, United States Code. Are you telling me that they know this information and ain't been telling you? But you're not going to be able to make that argument. Guess why? Because if I can read from it, you should have been able to read from it. But you had to dig for it. You had to mine for it. I'm your Huckleberry. I do the work for you. You just support me. Keep me going. $. AmericanConsulate is my CashApp. KnowledgeWell Media. Thank you. I'm revealing it to you today. All right. But I can give it to you. But what you going to do with it? To quote a great rapper. I can give it to you. But what you going to do with it? All right. You got to know what to do with it. All right. And if you don't know what to do with it, then you better get a consultation with me. All right. KnowledgeWell, the number 4, the letter U at gmail.com. All right. So let's bring it home. Hour and 33 minutes. Time to wrap it up. Listen, y'all. Hear me. Here it is. Here it is. I'm gonna drop it and then I'm out. Drop it like it's hot. Check this out. So what did we learn thus far? We went from the Avalon Project, and you can read the rest of this yourself right here. I recommend this one from Yale Law School. Commentaries on the Laws of England. All right. The Rights of Persons, the Rights of Corporations, where one William Blackstone, who is the author, states why they created artificial persons, why it's necessary. All right. Why it's necessary. Go back in this video to find out. All right. Why it's necessary. So we know that they created something. They said the same thing as you see here in this esoteric writing, this occultic writing, that if you don't have eyes to see or ears to hear, you just won't get it. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 says, and God said, a creator, a maker said, the source from where all things come up said, let us, plural, the Elohim, the gods with an S on the end, the creators, the fabricators, the founders, the founding fathers. Let us make man in our image, something that is after our own mold, something that is also after our likeness. Let us make something that can act like us so that it can act in our stead. By definition, antichrist, something that acts in someone else's place or acts against someone, is antichrist. Ye are gods. You are a type of Christ. The scripture says that there are many Christs. You are a type of Christ. Why do we know this? How does that make sense? Using rational analysis, how do we know this is true? Let me give it to you like this. Out of strike that. Out of billions of sperm cell, I hope I can say that. Out of billions of cells, ye are in existence. Ye have life, and life abundantly. The rest of them, utterly destroyed, cast into outer darkness, and whatever other connotations are used to suggest a type of hell. Eternal darkness, eternal, I don't know what I can say, damnation, eternal. All of them are gone for eternity. But ye are here, ye are in existence, you are the Christ, the Savior, the anointed one, the chosen one. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Let's go forward. So, ye are. Anything that comes against you, therefore, is antichrist. Anything that looks to supplant you, as in the name Jacob, Yaakov, whatever, Israel later turned to, right? Jacob means supplanter. Anything that looks to supplant you as a human being, as a chosen one, an anointed one, a type of Christ, is antichrist in nature and by definition, because it's coming against you. It's looking to replace you. Transhumanism, AI, seeking to basically take the jobs of the humans away, as it were. Little conspiracy theory. Let's keep going so I don't get in trouble. Anyways, Genesis chapter 1:26 is depicting exactly that. These elitist, aristocratic families, whatever you want to call them, those that sit on top, said, let us make man. These Elohim, they look at themselves as gods. They said, let us make man in our image and after our likeness. Okay, so moving forward. But we must recall and remember that it all starts here. It all starts with the consideration of artificial persons. So we have to put apples with apples and oranges with oranges. Do not mix or commingle the two considerations of artificial and natural, just like you should not mix the public and the private. Forever, they should remain separate. Okay? And so with that being said, this consideration, this topic today, is mostly considering the artificial. Do not mix this consideration in with your natural human self, because it has nothing to do with it. That means the consideration of the state as an artificial person, as a body's politic, is not a consideration of humanity. Your natural law rights and all that kind of stuff. We've made a distinction. Even the House of Representatives says that it's not the same. They're distinguishable from each other. So always recall and remember that. So with that being said, they said that they created artificial persons for several reasons. And they said, and so therefore, if the state itself or the municipal community, municipal corporation is itself artificial, then what must the citizens of that particular state or corporation be? If the natural must stay separate and distinct from the artificial, and the artificial separated from the natural, then what must the citizens of the artificial person be? I'm your Huckleberry. We looked up the term jural subsequently, and it says that jural has to do or pertains to juristic or juridical things, I'll say for right now, entities. And these jural entities are recognized or sanctioned under a particular type of law. It said positive law. And then it says, yeah, under positive law. And then we went forward and looked up what a jural or juristic type person is. And it says that a juristic person, it makes a distinction between a juristic person and a natural person. We're concerned with the juristic person, aren't we? We want to know what type of person is regulated under positive law, which we now know are statutes. What type of person is that? Here it is. The term juristic person includes what? A firm. Let me ask you a question, human. Are you a firm? It includes the term a juristic person, which is what is sanctioned and recognized under what type of law? Positive law. And what is positive law, class? Statutes, enactments of a duly authorized legislature. So what type of, what is a juristic person? A firm. You're not a firm as a human. How about a corporation? Are you a corporation as a human? What about a union? Are you a union? Not that either. How about an association? Are you an association as a human being? How about this? Or other organization. Are you a natural human being considered an organization? Nah. An organization capable of suing and being sued in a court of law. I mean, I didn't say it, y'all. We're at Cornell Law. If you check the URL on the top. We have single-handedly today, within this hour and 42 minutes, uncovered the esoteric meanings behind not only their definitions from the Black's Law Dictionary, the Avalon Project, William Blackstone, the commentaries of the laws of England. We've gone to the scripture, Genesis chapter 1:26, where I uncovered the occult, basically where these elitists said and put this plan into construction and created artificial persons. Let us make man after our own image and after our likeness. And then we looked into the definition of the type of person which is actually recognized or sanctioned under positive law, which are statutes. And it came out that that type of person, a juristic person, is a firm, a corporation, a union, an association, or other organization which is capable of being sued or suing. Why is that key? Because back here, they said what? They said, if this was a merely voluntary thing, if there was a community or congregation of people living on a particular area geography of the land, maybe as an assembly, they would come together and read together and pray together and form a community and just really work together. But it's not likely. So we need to create something that could frame laws. What else did it say? Because they may at one point never not agree with each other. There might be division. And if there is division, then we can't frame anything. In other words, we can't establish or build a foundation upon anything. They wouldn't even receive any laws or rules of their conduct unless we create these artificial persons. These what? Firms, corporations, unions, associations, or other organizations that are capable of being sued or suing. That's the key. Because how else are you going to protect your estate, your rights, your assets? So everybody must be, how should I say, recognized as a type of juristic person in a community. Why? How? You must put on a legal personality. You must wear a mask of state, something that they give you. Without the mask, it cannot recognize you because you cannot mix apples and oranges. Well, now you can. GMOs and stuff. Gene splicing. Man being God. Let us make for our own intents and purposes. Natural order be darned. I think I've given you enough. An hour and 45 minutes. If you appreciate that information, please give me a 777 in the comment section. This is the type of teaching we do here every Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, unlike anyone or anywhere else. Don't miss us next time. Same bat station, same bat channel. Whew. All right, I'm tired, y'all. I'm ready to go watch some Packers. And then we're playing the Tennessee Titans. Looking at the comment section before we get off of here, if you appreciate this information, please support us at our Cash App, $ AmericanConsulate. Please put that link in the comment section, BB Productions, if you will, on both TikTok and on KnowledgeWell Media, YouTube. Appreciate that. We'll be back in short order. Please stay there. I'm just going to take a quick breather. We'll come back and read the comment sections, then we're out of here. Love you all. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to send to the Cash App.
Start your journey today by liking, subscribing, and sharing our YouTube channel, KnowledgeWell Media, or by going to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square.site and perusing over the available content and information. Also by submitting your email at the bottom of the Square site page in the Stay in the Loop section to receive priority information, specials, and other insider details. Or by signing up for a 1-hour consultation to tailor your specific educational needs in beginning your journey. You may do so at the aforementioned Square site, once again at knowledgewell-media.square.site.
Really appreciate you. Make sure you share this out. All right, we are back. I was just talking to the TikTok family here. All right, so let's close this out. Looking at the comment section, this is the consideration, everybody. This is what it's all about. This is why I'm saying, don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. This is the way that they concocted their system. This is their system. They're the founders of this system, but they did allow us in. We're in now. You got political, civil rights. You can play in the game of politics if you so choose. I just choose to let them do what they do over there. You know, it's a little bit of a distraction. But if you got time to play, then by all means play. I just don't have time for it right now. I'm too busy establishing. But that's up to you. So it's their system. They wrote the rules to this system. You've been inducted in through your parents. All right. And your family. You have legacy here. Enjoy it. Capture it. Grow it. Become the stepladder for the next generation. That's what you do. Don't try to vacate. Don't give up. Why would you do that? Quitters never win, and winners never quit. Something like that. It's a game. You just were taking it very serious because you didn't know the rules to the game. That's all. Okay, so fix that. When you know better, you do better. So let's become enriched. Let's establish our legacy. Let's build our wealth. Let's preserve our wealth. It's not how much money you make. It's how much you keep. All right. So if you need help with a greater understanding for educational purposes only, hit us up at KnowledgeWell, the number 4, the letter U, @gmail.com. I'll put it up for you right now. I think it's there. Yeah, there's our email. KnowledgeWell, 4U @gmail.com. We are happy to provide you with a consultation so that you can learn how to apply this to your particular situation. All right. Not for legal advice, for education. Woo. I don't know about y'all, but I gave it to you today. On replay, if you're watching this, you're welcome. Just remember to give credit to where credit is due. Yeah. And if you see somebody else after today trying to brandish this very lethal instrument, let them know where they got it from and that you're on to them. And then come back and let me know who they are. That was not funny. Anyways, all God says, is there a way to file charges on a police officer for criminal battery if the internal affairs investigation is discredited and filed? And can a person sue for damages? Where would we file the claim? Well, yes, if you prove your case, of course, you can file charges, civil charges. And if it's criminal, you can file criminal charges. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even above and beyond the internal affairs investigation. Yeah, absolutely. Whether you have enough evidence to prevail, that's the question. So I guess the facts of the case would be the consideration and how strong the case is. Okay, but yes, we could talk more about that on the consultation if you are interested. BB Production said, Joseph Henson, BB sent you and Courtney a screenshot of 14K. Okay. Yeah, there's some kind of disparity. I see we're at 14.1 now on TikTok. I was trying to reach the goal of 20K. If anybody can help us do that, please tap that screen as vigorously as possible. Blue Marble 9 is in the building. Thank you for being here. Says, what's up, brother? Thank you for that. Thank you for being here. Where are we at? All guys, we can have all the information on positive and natural law, but if we cannot use this information to protect ourselves against the excessive force of the corrupt police. Absolutely. Application is very key and very important. Now, I'm not going to sit on here for another hour or for any amount of time for that matter and teach how to apply what I'm educating on right now. That would be in the private sector. That's why we afford things like Patreon. And that's why we do things like have our private meetings, what we call EliteCom. And we talk about those remedies in the private. So if you're interested in that, once again, hit us up at our KnowledgeWell for you at gmail.com. Okay. All God said, Frederick Douglass says that the blessings of liberty, justice, and prosperity are not shared by all people. That's correct. And that the sunlight that brings healing to some has brought death to others. Exactly right. But that doesn't have to be any of your excuses here, because I just gave it to you. So with that said, the blessings of liberty, justice, and prosperity, which is what we named the show today, freedom, rights, freedom, and success in the U.S. economy. You are without excuse. I gave it to you in my best Barack Obama articulation. Moving forward, all gods says, Frederick Douglass says, okay, I think I just read that. Terry Camp gives me a 777. Thank you. I needed to feel stronger again. There is the Cash App. If you want to support us financially, we greatly appreciate you. We will not forget you. $, AmericanConsulate. Joseph Henson says, you hit 15K. All right. Thank you very much for that confirmation. It still shows for me 14.2. I'm on to you, TikTok. Give me my pieces. And lastly, BB Productions puts the patreon.com in the comment section over here at our KnowledgeWell Media YouTube comment section. TikTok, thank you, 14.3K. But arguably, we're at 15K. But I got to go. I got to run. It's been fun. It's been real, but it ain't been real fun. We will see you next week, Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, if not before. If some breaking news, like a new moon shows up, something weird like that, maybe we'll cover that too in the midweek time, okay? Should get interesting. I told you, it's going to get very, very interesting as we get nearer and nearer to this so-called election season. Hold on tight, but don't just hold on. Don't just be stationary. It's time to apply these things. Knowledge, I argue, is not the power. Application of that knowledge is power. To know is simply to know. To do is a whole different consideration. All right. What does that scripture say? Faith without works is unalived. Like I caught that. I got that. I'm getting better, TikTok. I'm learning. I can be taught. All right. With that being said, now you've been made free. The question is, what are you going to do with it? All right. Thank you for being here today. We'll see you next week. If not before, please pay attention. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already so that you get notifications. Hit that all, where the drop down after you hit the bell, it has a little arrow for drop down, and then hit select all, and you'll get notified every time I go live. All right. And TikTok family, I really appreciate you for being here, for your support, for keeping us going, and for getting us to over 15K. All right. Keep with us. All right. And we appreciate you all. We never depreciate. All right. You've been made free. The question is, what are you going to do with it? We'll see you next time right here at KnowledgeWell Media. All right. Peace.